imagine when you gotta divide that food, and you know how people don't really share. Some people are not gonna share.
Yep, some people.
They're gonna eat your portion, and then you're gonna have wars within your own house of who to eat this day, and shares, man.
Yeah, but you kind of see like now if you have a big family, and you're like, man, who ate my goddamn leftovers?
Yeah, that's what
I bought this. Who ate this shit? You know?
Bro, I bought bananas and all 2 bundles of them, like one day, they're all gone.
All gone, man. So how much more when all those possessions are not available like they are now? Because what you gotta understand, all these possessions, how people are able to go out and eat and do all that's supposed to be taken away, man. All right, people are gonna be in a very how you say it? Sorrowful. Yeah, you're gonna be in a sorrowful state, man.
There shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes.
But how could that happen? That means the system is gonna fail.
Yeah.
American system, the police, people don't know how influential, how the system really is of a force until something is removed. So once that police force is stopped,
yep.
once that line stopped working, 911, you're done for.
Yep. I got the definition for sedition, right? Incitement of resistance to or an insurrection against unlawful authority. So in those days, people are going to be so, pushed to the limit. They're not going to care what the government has to say, man. They're not going to regard their laws. They're not going to regard the police. They're not going to regard anything. It's going to be turned lawlessness out here real soon. But what Esau's going to have to eventually do, he's going to have to declare martial law, man.
We saw a taste of that, a few months back in the state capitol. All the Edomites rushed that capital. They see that their country, they're losing their power. They're seeing that they're losing their country, man. And you're going to see that across all the states. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled.
Pride. Everybody got, this live baseball team, Los Angeles Pride. They got the Valley Pride, the Compton Pride, all of that, man. They won't be able to go from city to city because the Lord's about to punish these proud-ass people, man. He's about to humble them.
Yeah, and Salaki, I just want to add, these people take a lot of things for granted. Like Will say, man, these stores, they're going to close down, man. They're going to close down certain intersections of the freeway. Like scripture say, man, any man's going to desire to see another man from the city. All right?
It's going to get real brutal out here.
Yeah, gas isn't going to be that accessible, man. A lot of things are taken for granted.
It's still going up, bro.
Yeah, it's almost at 5,
I remember this one person said, hey, if gas go any higher, people going to go crazy.
They're going to start riding their bikes and shit.
For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and a man shall be afraid.
Why? Also because people feel entitled to shit. They feel they're entitled to get whatever they want. And those things are not going to be available anymore. It's going to be a tyrant state. It's going to be a different world, man.
God, men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for the great tribulation.
Famine, man.
Yeah, that great famine that's coming, man. So your neighbor that you thought you were cool with, he's going to end up breaking into your house, He's going to end up ravaging your wife and taking your food, man. That's how bad it's going to get out here.
This brother been showing like lakes drying up. There's a drought coming. And majority of food has water within it. Water is needed to make all of these chemicals from lotion and so forth. All right, especially food. All right, a drought is going to cause famine.
The largest meat plant. Their cyber attack.
Yeah, and Esau's, he's purposely bringing in that new world order. All right, because this whole cyber attack, and this is the most well-protected nation in the world. How the hell could a cyber attack happen when you have a whole military compartment to fight cyber attacks?
It's because it's all done by design, man.
Yeah. this on purpose, man, for you to come to the hand of the elites and eat out of it. Like chickens, you know, when you feed chicken, you have food in your hand and they'll eat out of it.
I'm gonna jump down verse 24. Woe unto them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power. Defile not my sanctuary. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth them unto death and destruction. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth.
Hey, we don't want to be them that get delivered up to destruction and death. That's why we thank the Lord for what we go through right now. Because it ain't going to be that. Lord willing, we ain't going to be starving and, you know.
Yeah, it says in Isaiah, man, the servant shall eat it.
For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For the Most High shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him.
Two-thirds of our people.
Plagues.
That's right. Now we want to be abundantly pardoned. So that's why we come out here week after week. You know, that's why we do what we do. So we want to be pardoned from this. You know, we want the Most High to forgive us for our sins, so that we don't go through all these plagues that are coming upon the earth, man.
That's why we're presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice, because we literally, our body is hurting right now, but we're doing the works of Yahweh outside. This is a sacrifice.
It's like when you're sorry about something, you're gonna take that affliction, you know, so that you're remorseful for the things you've done. I'm bad. I'll take this with me right now.
I think King David said, purge me with that hypsop. Hypsop? How do you say that word, hypsop? Hypsop. Like, hey, we rather the state of getting beaten to be righteous and perfect and blameless in the day of trouble.
Behold, a horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the most of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come, and join the battle with them.
The Persians. And if you look up the word Carmanian,
Carmanians,
it was like an elite fighter force of the Persians.
Iranians.
And with great power shall they come and join the battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Syrians.
So Salaki, like, all of this is happening, show you Esau can't even protect his own land, because a lot of them National Guards are going to be sent to World War III.
Yep.
Yeah, it's that World War III, man.
There's a. So I remember reading an old article about the National Guard, how they're preparing them to fight the war, sending them to the Middle East in case they need to fight the Russians. You know, they have like a special National Guard force that they're gonna send just in case they're gonna fight the Russians, man. This is why when all the protests and all the civil unrest is gonna happen over here, you're not gonna have the National Guard out here trying to stop it. You know how like we had a glimpse of that with the George Floyd, how they sent all the National Guard. Well, when this all this sedition and all the civil unrest, it ain't gonna be the National Guard, man. It's gonna be some foreign troops. It has to be, man, because they're gonna get the order to shoot you people, man. All right, you think that one Jake getting gunned down or being choked to death by a copper's badge? Just wait until what the Lord allowed these soldiers to do to you, man. All right.
This place will get invaded, man.
All right.
Like it speaks about it being Persian daughter Babylon, tender intelligence. So like
And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature.
Right. That what was Ishmael's husband? Wild.
He's a wild man.
You're a wild man. Esau's gonna learn that why he's Ishmael and why he's gonna be a wild man, man. All right, because the Ishmaelites they wild. They'll blow themselves up for their God, man. All right, and they're gonna learn their wild nature in the war that's gonna take place in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, man.
You don't think growing up every day hearing bombs and being an enemy to the Esau's world make you like off edge? They're already wild, but you know they're hunted down.
Ishmael has that hatred for Babylon, man.
Yeah,
You Israelis out there as well, man. They fucking despise it.
Yeah, that's why Esau can't take over a lot of those Middle Eastern countries, man. 'Cause those guys will blow themselves up. They'll just keep coming.
They have a zeal to what they believe in, man, and they know that they allow this devil, all right, the so-called white man, to enter into their land to take over. That the woman will be defiled, the land will be defiled, because with that philosophy that Esau's going to try to push out upon them is democracy, man.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, and that's something that the Middle Eastern countries like Iran is not with it.
They call it destabilization, but really it's to destabilize the government and put up a puppet in there so they can steal out all the resources and take over that country's economy.
Yeah, and it's a blueprint they follow, throughout the whole world, man. Over there in Central America, South America, there are various countries and stuff that.
Yeah, they call it, like Barack would say, the economy, what's it called, assassin or something like that?
Economic hit.
Economic hit.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they do. That's the first they bribe. That don't work. Then they try to assassinate. If that don't work, they try to start a civil unrest through their citizens. If that don't work, leads to war.
The story repeats over and over again.
And you kind of saw that with Venezuela.
Yeah.
All right, they tried to assassinate him, President of Venezuela. That didn't work. You even saw it on RT. They caught it on camera. All right, then they sent their little goons, like mercenary soldiers. That didn't work because they got captured. All right, put in the Venezuelan prison. All right, then they try to start a civil unrest. All right, because they want what's that guy? You know his name? The Venezuelan president. What's his name?
Hugo Chavez?
But you could just look up you could just look up the Venezuelan president. They try to get him out of there. Same thing with Assad. They try to get the West. They try to get Assad out of there, man.
Same
All right.
thing with Gaddafi, man. They got rid of his ass.
Yep.
Or changing.
Putin didn't like that too. So Putin's over there making sure that doesn't happen to Iran.
Right. Hey, they did that with Syria. They were being a guard onto Syria, man. All right, Russia, because hey, America's plan was going well until the Russians came in.
Yeah.
All right, and spoiled their plans. All right, got rid of all the terrorists that America has created. Because remember, there was a time. I remember this. There was a time before that the terrorist group ISIS wasn't created, right? There was a time that the people of America, they didn't want America to go into Syria. They were protesting against it, and that's when they created ISIS. All right, that terrorist organization that took over all of Iraq, took over Syria, and then the people were okay with it. I remember as clear as day, we're at camp and they were protesting about it, man.
Convince the masses that they're the enemy.
All right, then then the Americans backed up the rebels. All right, to try to take a side out of power, man, but it didn't work because the Russians were being a guard onto them, man.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, the Russians gonna be a guard onto Iran because America is gonna invade Iran. All right, something's gonna happen because the scripture says the least of the flock shall draw them out. The least of the flock is who? Who knows the least? Huh? Yep, that's right. They're gonna cause America to go into Iran because remember, what did Kamala Harris said in her speech? She said, "We fully back Israel or whatever they do. We fully back them." All right. So Israel, remember Israel, they always trying to stop Iran from building nuclear missiles. Why is that? Because they know if they got nuclear capability, they're gonna use those missiles to destroy Israel. All right, and not just Israel, but America, man. But there's nothing that they could do to stop prophecy, man. Because best believe them Iranians already have the missiles, man. That Israelis, you Americans been trying to stop them from building. They already have it, man. All right, they're gonna use those missiles on you, man. All right, because it's prophecy. But it's also written that before those missiles are used, that America is gonna Israel and America are gonna go to war with Iran, man. That's gonna cause Russia and all these major players to be involved and bring all these NATO, Russia, China, all these major countries into the Middle East, man. All right, that's what you call World War III. All right, and the Lord's already doing it now, man, because you already have, you have Russia, you have America already in there, man. NATO, all right, certain NATO countries already in the Middle East, man.
Hey, they're already going at it, but they do it subliminally. They proxy wars. They have other people fight their battles for them.
Right.
That's how they're able to covet Syria's fields and so forth. Because they know they come blow to blow, it's over.
And then also right now you see them taunting. Or over there in Syria, you had I remember watching a video of American military running into the Russians, man. They were just taunting each other, man. You know, you got the Russians chasing the Americans. Also even with the jets, you have a lot of Russian jets. Same thing with American jets. They're invading each other's territory. Remember, I believe it was last year you had a Russian nuclear bomber that came close to the Alaska shore, man. All right. So the tensions are very high, but real soon these two major countries, America and Russia, they're gonna get into a war. All right, they're gonna get into one. A lot of people are gonna fucking die, man. All right, and what do you think is gonna happen? You think that everything's gonna be peaceful here while soldiers are going over there to fight in the war? Nah, man. A lot of you men, like it says in Second Esdras. All right, let me see if I can find it. Let me see.
So while America is getting ready to invade Iran, Russia has been setting up military bases to Alaska and areas like over Canada, like close areas.
Say that again?
Like over Canada?
No, you're talking about the Antarctic.
Yeah, and
Which is above Russia. They're having a lot of
They're also
military.
close by the Alaskans
Right.
as well.
And
Right, because Russia is right next to
it's right next door.
Yeah.
and they're thinking about taking the opposite way instead of flying the normal way, like everyone would go from east to west. They were thinking about going from that side of the hemisphere, you know. So they're gonna try to invade America while America's too busy trying to go over there and deal with
Mexico
Iran.
too. They're in the southern borders as well. You know, yeah.
And they in Venezuela, so they're getting closer.
I got a second F16 and 33 says the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The woman shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. The next verse is going to tell you why they're going to mourn. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed. So you're having people right now, all they're focusing is people here in America. All right, all they're focusing is getting married and starting a family, right? But real soon you guys get married, and then then this war starts, and your husbands get drafted into this war. All right, you're gonna mourn because once your husband is drafted, he ain't coming back. Not even in the goddamn body bag, man. He ain't coming back, man, because that's gonna be the bloodiest war. Get Joel, the 2nd chapter, real quick, in the 20th verse, where it says, let's see. I got it. Joel chapter 2, verse 20 says, but I remove far off from you the northern army. Right? The northern army, it represents America. Right? It says, and I will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face toward the EC. The EC is the Persian Gulf. Right?
And that desert barren land is Saudi Arabian desert.
Right. That's right. It says, with his face toward the EC and his hinder part toward the utmost sea. The utmost sea is the Red Sea, right?
So they're gonna have their back facing the Red Sea, and their vision gonna be towards Iran.
Right. They're not, because right now you have a lot of tension between Iran and America, man, in that Persian Gulf. You know, when the troops, the Navy, are in the Persian Gulf, they have to be on high alert, man. You recently had Iran and taunting America, man, sending their little speedboats. And then you had American warships firing 30 shots, man. 30 warning shots at them, man. All right, because tensions are very high in there, man. But eventually, it's gonna turn into a bloody war, man. All right, both in the land, both in the sea, both in the air. Okay? It says, and his hinder part toward the utmost sea, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savior shall come up, because he had done great things. What's going to cause that? Because a lot of troops are going to die over there. That's why I said when they get drafted and sent over there, they're not coming back. Not even in body bags. All right, they're going to be left out there for the beasts of the air and the beasts of the field and the fowls of the air, man. All right?
I got some. So Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise
Wait
up to
upon
the
the
play.
Lord,
Right.
man.
Who's the prey? Who's the prey?
Oh, us.
No, who's the prey? Read that one more time.
Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey.
Oh,
No, who's the prey?
No, that's the answer of the heathens and our enemies.
Yeah, that's right. So go ahead.
For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation.
Now, where's the Lord going to gather the nations?
Oh yeah, the body of the house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where?
Ooh, Middle East somewhere.
That's right.
I have no idea.
Even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
Right, and the Lord's going to do this. That's going to be the first punishment of the nations. All right, the Lord's going to do this for our sakes, man. For Israel's sake, man. He's going to gather all these nations. All right, he's doing it now. All right, he's getting these nations prepared for battle. They're not spending their money on building their economy or their agriculture type of stuff, but they're spending their money and building their military, man. Because all nations are preparing for war. All right, and the only ones that can't see it are these fucking Americans that are in that toilet and comfort, man. All right, because all their comfort's about to be lost real soon.
Yeah, so all the ones that get drafted over there to that Third World War, they're not, brother said, they ain't coming back. They're all gonna get nuked. You know, we're all gonna die over there, man.
Let's see,
The Lord gonna draft all the mightiest warriors, just so he can make an example that he is Yahweh Shemashai. He's the ultimate warrior.
That's all.
And all these nations are the same nations that took a crafty counsel against us. So the Lord is gathering all of them to pay for their deeds. All right, because it wasn't a light thing they did when they helped bring us into slavery, and they plot against how to destroy us. All right, that wasn't a light thing.
They had a
man.
confederacy against us. You know, they all came together and said, "Let us cut them off from being a nation," and they almost succeeded too. If it wasn't for the remnant, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting.
I bring this up. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and 1. All right. It says, "Remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not."
So remember the Lord right now while you have a chance. You see, everything is kind of normal. You go outside, you ain't get harassed, you ain't get stabbed, or you ain't walking into no shootout. You ain't in a Mad Max movie scene yet.
Or some purge type episode.
It says, "Remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them."
And right now, no one's remembering the day of the Lord. No one's seeking the Lord.
Yeah.
All right, everyone's trying to seek their own life, seek their own, whether they want to have fun or get married or establish life, and they're not seeking the Lord, man.
Yeah, everybody
Alright.
wants America to come back.
Yep.
Everybody's waiting for the clubs to open up.
Which is, they are open up. Everything's basically open up again, man. You know, but it's all a chat, man. Don't get too comfortable, because I'm telling you, there's gonna be some worse coming.
All
All right.
shall say peace and safety, then shall sudden destruction come.
And it's gonna be worse than the first shutdown. It's gonna be worse than this whole virus, man. I'm telling you, man. People are falling in for Esau's trap, man. All right.
Everyone thought 2020 was a hell of a year, but what's coming is far worse, like that what they're saying.
Well, you guys been saying that for all these years. What's coming?
And they've been saying
that's
on the radio that 2021 is the hardest year.
Yeah.
Even with them going back to so-called,
because a lot of people are off the benefits. You got certain states, like I think 33 states that cut off unemployment benefits. So you have a lot of people right now that are ass right now. They're ass grass, because they depend on that unemployment shit. All that shit's running out. You have a drought. Right? We mentioned last week about Big Bear. The lake is a drought over there, man. All right, all that fun is about to come to an end.
Yeah, that rental forgiveness that they was doing out here, that's about to come up. A lot of people are getting kicked out, man.
Yeah.
Can't pay their rent.
There's a major homeless problem.
Oh, man.
and you can't just go back to your job after like 5 months talking about I'm ready to work. That job is gone.
I got it. So this World War is gonna turn into how you say it? It's first gonna start off as a troop, soldiers, fighting, American soldiers fighting American NATO, fighting Russia, Iran, and China, and China and their soldiers, but it's going to turn into a nuclear war, man. All right, because it says right here, Jeremiah 50:36. I'll start from 35. It says, "A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon their prince, says, and upon their wise men. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon their mighty men, and they shall be dismayed." Right? Because while they're fighting, all right, the Lord's gonna put it in these nations' hearts to shoot missiles on this place, man. All right, and when the missiles are being shot off and hitting the soldiers over there that are still alive, they're gonna be dismayed. They're not gonna want to fight anymore because they're finding out that America's through. America's gone, man. They shot missiles. They're gonna be dismayed, man. They're not gonna want to fight anymore.
Hey,
It says
the Lord have done that type of battle strategy in the times of AI. The Lord had the mighty men come out and burn the city, and when they saw that the city was burned, they was disheartened.
Yep.
They didn't want to fight no more.
Yep. That's a
He also
good
did that
example.
to Benjamin too.
that's a good.
He's a man of war.
That's a good example, brother. 37. Right. So the same thing with with America, because what's gonna happen when America's hit? You're gonna see the smoke of atonement to fall off, man.
Everybody's
so these
gonna
soldiers
feel it,
look,
too.
they're gonna be like, they're not gonna want to fight, man. You're right too. They're also gonna want. They're also gonna feel it.
In
Why?
the midst of shooting, oh, what the? You
Yeah.
know, they'll be like, oh, shit.
The earth is going to rock to and fro like a drunkard. Man. So yeah, the whole earth is going to feel the missiles hitting down, right?
Yep.
Touching down.
Then you're gonna have to deal with the Lord and His chariots, man.
Man.
All right. You soldiers are gonna be so dismayed that you're not gonna want to fight each other anymore. You're not gonna want to fight the Lord. That's why the Lord's gonna have to put the Spirit in you to want to fight, man. All right, because y'all not gonna want to fight, especially when you see the chariots in formation. By the way, they're not gonna be out of order like you see them Black Panther type of people, all out of order, no formation. They're gonna be in formation, man, like a flock of birds. You see a flock of birds are all in formation, like what was it? I think a geese. I was at the park seeing geese. They all in like in formation. You had a V shape, right, and then you have one bird in the middle, man, all in formation. That's how the chariots are coming, man.
Yep.
All right, they're coming in formation, and you're gonna see one big chariot. That's gonna be what Yahweh Shai's gonna be on. He's gonna be in that big chariot. All right, and you soldiers are gonna be dismayed, man. You're not gonna want to fight anymore, man. And I remember, man, I was in school and I was teaching the Bible, and you had those military recruiters come, and he's like, I was cursing them out, you know, being otherwise, but I was cursing them out, saying you're gonna die, you gotta leave the military and shit. Because I mean, you should focus on that. Like, all right, your ass gonna get destroyed when the Lord returns. You know that, right? You know. But a lot of these soldiers, they're gonna be out there, you know, not wanting to fight. All right, when they see America being destroyed, and when they see the Lord return, man, they're not gonna want to fight anymore. They're gonna be losing it, man.
You said the Lord's going to put in their spirit. They're so afraid, like Scripture said, they're so afraid, but yet durst fight. It's like He's going to put the spirit on them, that in an Air Force, Esau's Air Force, whatever, to go up there and fight, man. There's going to be nothing but smoke and the smell of dust, man. That's what Scripture said. Roughly paraphrasing. I can get that.
It's like, y'all brothers seen that Superman movie that was shooting at the chick, Zod? What's his name? Zod?
Oh, yeah, Zod. I don't know the girl's name.
Yeah, I don't know the chick's name, but they were shooting at her, and they knew they had no chance, but they were still shooting at her.
The thing is, the Lord, He's not gonna have to come down and, you know, whoop some ass.
Bro,
So all you gotta do is snap fire
Bro,
and turn him into dust
he lifted up not sword nor his hand.
anymore.
Man.
Come on. This is 2 Ezra 13 and 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came,
Hey, that
he
word,
neither...
so like that word "durst" means dare. Like you dare to do something. The Lord gonna give him a bold spirit to go against the Lord. So like go ahead and
Oh. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire.
That's that fire from the chariots.
See, there won't be no talking, because he said he's in the midst of violence, so they're gonna be in the midst of fighting. They're gonna see the Lord. Lord ain't gonna do no talking, but only killing.
And what did that military one guy when he spoke in CNN? He said they have technologies that are far way greater than what we have. You know, like we haven't even thought of yet. Like you said that the jets were going to a destination. The chariots will appear, and then it'll appear like they knew where they were going. You know, so you Edomites, you got no chance against Heavenly Father and His angels, man.
He was saying one will go down to like lower levels and just disappear in like 30,000 miles per hour.
Go above the ocean and dip down in the ocean.
Sorry, we're not interrupting anything.
Go for it. It's all
Sorry,
good.
sorry.
It's all good.
Hey, you know that the angels are gonna go down to them into them submarines too.
Wait, baby, come here.
They said, the officer said, he said he was following the trace of the chariot. Chariot stopped, disappeared, and he was 60 something miles on the other side. On the radar system, it just stopped, disappeared. He was like, they couldn't believe it. So if you got something, oh yeah, I'm gonna go around the corner, I'll be back.
No, she ready to give it up.
Yeah,
As soon as she walk in the door, I'm giving it up.
Hey, man, 7 women shall take hold of one man in that day, bro. Just endure, bro. Endure, man.
Hey, there's gonna be a lot of single women out here because a lot of
their husbands are gonna be fucking shit to the world and die. Shit, that's why. They don't need protection.
But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest. You know, that's that lasers, man, that concentrated fire mixed all together.
What verse are you at?
2nd Ezra 13 and 11.
Oh, okay.
that ain't just no regular laser beam. That's from the 4th dimension. Got the power in it, like some Dragon Ball Z type laser beam.
And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and the smell of smoke.
You can't even recognize them no more. That's how brutal the Lord's gonna kill all of them. Even the tanks, all of that is gonna melt.
Come, man, after all the fire, the blasting, man, nothing but dust and smoke.
It, in the same chapter says the war of the realms.
Oh, yeah.
You know where that verse at?
Well, yeah, it's down to 31.
And they show you that in movies. Thanos came out of space.
Oh yeah, 31.
They show you that all these so-called alien movies,
Right.
they just zoom out of space, invading America.
And when I saw this, I was afraid. So yeah, man, Ezra was afraid. It's a fearful vision that he got, man. That end time, man. Those chariots, smell of smoke,
The
dust.
energy off of it, they gonna know it's the Lord. They gonna know it's the Lord.
Did you read 31?
Nah,
Yeah, skip down to 31.
come. Actually, I'll start at 29.
Y'all ever seen that one dude that was like, they must be the people of the.
Oh yeah, that video, yeah.
Yeah, they must be angels.
Yeah,
in
they
them.
have to be the angels of the true people of the Most High, something like that.
Yeah, kind of.
It really, Esau, or the wicked elite, not every Edomite knows, but I'm talking about the wicked elite, the one that know the Most High's name, know who we are. They know who are in the chariots, man.
Yeah.
They know, all right? They're not no aliens, all right? 'Cause they push that lie, all right? Remember, there's a saying, in order to know the truth, in order to tell a lie, you have to know the truth, all right? Damn, weirdo.
Spirits are riled up, man.
But they know that those are not aliens. That's what they teach you morons out here to think that they're aliens. Or what are they? Or is they're angels? All right, and they know that, man. This is why they have weapons that they have prepared to thinking that they can defeat the angels, the Lord and His angels when He returns, man. All right,
Everybody will know it's the Lord because it says every knee shall bow.
hey, bro.
Every
Turn it off.
tongue.
No, I was just gonna turn it around.
Every tongue shall confess. Hey, people are gonna see it on the news what happened over there. They gonna see the Lord go to work,
Right.
and they gonna confess. Oh, that's the Lord. You know?
John, yeah, these elites, they know that they're the angels because they got photographs of them, you know? That guy that wrote the book Ringmakers to Saturn, he brought all that out, talking about how he knows the angels are black, so-called black people, you know, they're like 8, 9 feet tall. So they see it, they got their technology, they know, you know?
Oh, read verse 31.
Okay, actually, let me start at 29, skipping down to verse 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another.
Yeah, because when Yahweh Shah returns and the angels, these people aren't thinking that they're going to be invaded. They're being invaded by aliens. All right, and they need to get their weapons and start and fight back, man. All right, but they don't want no smoke or problems with the Heavenly Father and His Son, and His angels and His elect, man. When we come down, they don't want no problem, man, because they're gonna get smoked. Go ahead.
And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen which I showed thee before. And then shall my Son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending. Yeah, because when the first time when Yahushua left, he ascended up into the cloud. The same way he left, it's going to be the same way he's coming back in the chariots. Man. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle. They have one against another.
Right. Yeah, because before Yahweh Shah returns, we're going to have soldiers fighting each other. You know, America fighting Russia and Iran, you know, NATO and all that. They're going to be fighting each other. When Yahweh Shah returns, they're going to stop fighting each other, right? And they're going to get together, join forces, put their beef to the side. Like that one time Ronald Reagan said, we got to put away our differences. I think it was Ronald Reagan. They have to put away our differences and join forces to fight against things from out of this world.
Yeah.
All right? So that's what's going to happen. They're going to stop fighting each other. They're going to join forces, and they're going to try to fight Yahweh Shah and the angels, man. They're going to lose terribly. Go ahead.
And an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them willing to come, and to overcome him by fighting. But he shall stand upon the top of the Mount Zion, and Mount Zion shall come, and shall be showed to all men. Be prepared and build it, like as thou sawest the hill graven without hands. That's that chariot. And this my Son shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations, which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest, and shall lay before them their evil thoughts and the torments wherewith they shall begin to be tormented, which are like unto a flame, and he shall destroy them without labor by the law which is like unto fire.
It says without labor, right? It says Yahweh Shah, because he ain't going to come down here like off the chariot and start getting sword. Nah, he's going to be on his chariot, and the fire is going to destroy that multitude that rose up against him. All right? He came to try to subdue him.
And whereas thou sawest that he gathered to another peaceable multitude unto him.
All right, that's the elect. All right, the one-third, the ones that are chosen to be delivered. All right, because Yahweh Shah, the only thing he ain't coming for, he ain't not only coming for to bring destruction, but he's also coming back to save his elect, man, and to wipe all tears from off our eyes. All right.
Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoner out of their own land.
We passed 31, right?
Yeah, that was 40.
Oh, 40. So yeah, the 10 tribes basically goes into the northern tribes that were carried away from the land of Assyria, and how the Lord guided them through the Euphrates River down to the Americas. If you continue reading.
I got a good one for you. Revelation 17 and 14. He shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings.
Who's the Lamb? Come on. That's right. Who's going to try to overcome him? Go ahead.
Lord of lords, kings of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful.
That's right. Because not only get Revelation 12 where it says Michael. It's not only who else is going to be on the side with Yahweh Shai fighting these devils, man? Michael the archangel, man. All right?
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
No, Revelation.
12 as well?
No. 12 it says Michael and his angels fight against the dragon. His angel, I think that's 12.
It's 13.
Nah, it's not 13.
Oh yeah, no, 7. So Revelations 12 and 7, and there was war in heaven.
Right, war in heaven. This is not talking about for you Christians. It's not talking about, this war in heaven, because I believed that at one point before I came to this truth. I thought like literally there's angels and demons fighting each other. All right, angels and demons don't fight each other, man.
That's
All right?
Greek mythology. That's almost like that one movie, King of Egypt or something like that. Man, what's that one movie? They had the gods versus the demon, and they had Leviathan. Clash of Titans.
Oh, there you go,
It's
yeah.
not like that.
Right.
That's what Esau thinks is gonna be.
The war of heaven is the war of worlds. All right, Esau's world versus what Yahweh Shai and the kingdom that he's coming back to establish, man.
But also, when the Lord comes back, there's gonna be an actual war up
Yep.
there.
Yeah.
Esau's chariots versus the Lord's chariots.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Esau's fighter jets and his fighter jets versus Yahweh Shai and the chariots, man. And it ain't gonna be like Independence Day, okay? That's just Esau's imagination in those movies.
Yeah.
All right.
They ain't gonna make no virus and upload it to the chariot, man.
Or shoot down a chariot, man.
Shoot it down, yeah.
I ain't gonna be nothing. You ain't gonna have no angels in prison and all that, man. All right, you ain't gonna experience. You're not gonna be able to experiment on them angels, man, because you're not gonna capture one. You're not gonna shoot down one, man.
Yeah,
All
there ain't
right?
gonna be no angels in the prison, man. You're gonna catch up no angel, man.
Yeah, it's going to be like the brother was just reading it in the 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. you know?
Right.
When he's coming to make war with all these different nations.
That's right, because when Yahweh Shai returns, when the nations see the chariots, they're gonna send their fighter jets, everything they got, and you can see a prelude of that right now. Because what happened when the chariots showed themselves in the White House?
They could not keep
during I think the president of Ronald Reagan. I think during his time, they sent the fighter jets to investigate.
Yeah.
All right, they always sent the fighter jets. All right, and the fighter jets cannot keep up with the chariots, man. So what makes you think that the chariots? What makes you think that you devils can shoot down a chariot, man? When you can't even keep up with them now, man. You even said it yourself out of your own mouth that the technology that they have that are far more advanced than yours, man. You don't know how they define gravity and all that. You don't know how they dive in the ocean and all that. You don't know how they appear and just disappear. All right? You don't know how. All right? Because think about it. Yahweh Shai was the one that blessed you with the sword. Blessed you with the technology that you have today. All right? The Lord has far more greater technology, man. All right? He only give you a glimpse. He only give you a piece of what he got, man. He blessed you with the sword is what I'm trying to say. All right? And the sword that the Lord got is far more greater, man. And when he come back to bring his sword, he gonna take your blessing away from you, man. All right, and your kingdom's gonna be destroyed in 1 hour. All right, so read that again from the top.
It says Daniel 12 and 7, and it says there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon.
Right, the dragon represents Esau. Right, the Edomites. Okay. I'm not talking about an actual dragon. All right, go ahead.
And the dragon fought and his angels.
Right, Esau and his military, all right, are going to fight against the Lord, Michael, and the angels, man. All right, and that's going to be war in heaven, all right? Esau's going to send the fighter jets. We're going to have Esau probably shooting stuff from under the soldiers, shooting missiles and all that from the ground force and all that, trying to take down the chariot, but they're all going to fail, man. All right? This is why when the soldiers see this, they're not going to fight, man, because the weapons that they have you can't compare it to what the Lord got, man.
Yeah, the
Right?
Lord's going to have to put the spirit in them to fight.
Right. That's what we're saying. That's what we're going into earlier, man. Because the chariots also have force fields. All right. Hey, there's a video of Iran. I remember seeing Iran shooting missiles at a chariot. No, not shooting lasers or missiles at a chariot, and the chariot was just dodging every one. All right. It moved from one place as soon as it was about to touch, it just moved. right back, man.
Or even through it.
Yep.
Through it. I believe it was one shooting and it was just, they went right through it.
There's a lot of videos. And that's what they telling the public so far. What we know, there's probably other things that they're trying to hide, man. All right, but now they're being forced to bring out about all these chariot sightings.
Even Isaiah 31, it says the Egyptians are men, not God, their horse is flesh.
Right. So
It's just tin foils and aluminum.
that's why when that laser touches them, they're gonna turn into dust. All right, that's why when Ezra saw, he saw that there was nothing there but a smell of smoke. All right.
We're talking about spiritual vehicles, man. Powered by angels.
Start closing out.
They cloak. You don't even, I mean, what you gonna do with something you can't see?
What you gonna do? What you gonna do with something that cloaking mechanism is the clouds?
They could literally disappear into the water, shrink, all types of stuff.
Hey, man, they got
that defies logic. Yeah.
They got the technology to the point where they could shrink in the fighter jet, man.
Oh.
That just expands.
You in a fighter jet in the chariot. It sounds crazy, but it's possible. You cannot limit the most high power.
They can't even lock onto the chariots.
Yeah, so
Like, I remember this one guy was trying to lock onto the chariot, but it failed.
The chariots have the power to shut down the silos, man. And missiles. There's a video where a chariot flew over a missile and shut down the missile. The missile just fell to the ground.
yep.
It's like,
And Salaki, that's also a revelation about the angels, holding the wind. It's the destruction of this earth.
oh yeah. Holding back the winds. Yep.
Finish that in Revelation.
And the dragon fought and his angels and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven.
Right, because Esau's kingdom will be destroyed when the Lord returns and try to fight the Lord and his angels. They're going to lose miserably, man. And their kingdom is going to be destroyed in 1 hour, man. Because not only is the missiles going to bring destruction to America, the chariots also, man. All right, Yahushua also coming back to bring fire upon this place, man. All right?
Doesn't it say remind the heathen that they're nothing but just men?
Right.
So the Lord gonna remind everybody that they're just nothing but men. And he's not coming to meet us as a man. Alright? Hey, we all have our vehicles. The Lord gonna bring his spiritual vehicle, man. And all of his actions are gonna be spoken by judgment. So it says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent.
Right. The old serpent going back to that garden. All right, because Esau, he was that serpent. He just had melanin back there. All right, that deceived Eve. Okay.
Called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Right. They lost the war that was fought in heaven. They lost trying to obtain their kingdom, fighting the Lord and his angels. They lost that battle, man. All right. Esau's gonna lose, and they know it. Deep down, they know it, man. They know it, and they're frightened. They're scared. All right. This is why they push out all these lies. They try to deceive the planet. One of his lies that he deceived the people was that those men that are that they're in the chariots, what they call UFOs, are aliens. But the whole world's coming back to. The whole world's gonna soon realize those are the angels of the Most High, man. Those are the angels, and the whole world's gonna also realize, because they said that he deceived the whole world. One of the ways that he deceived the whole world is saying that the Lord is a so-called white man. Yep. All right, that's one of the ways that he deceived the whole world, man. But when Yahushua returns, everyone that don't want to accept the message that we're bringing on to them is gonna come to realize that we were right, and that Yahushua, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ, and who they ignorantly see as a so-called white man, that all that was just a lie, and his true name is Yahushua, and he's a so-called black man. All right, everyone's gonna see his true image, who he truly is. All right, and they're gonna know that he ain't all about love. He ain't coming back with a smile on his face, or with open arms, man. He's coming back to bring blood, man, and to render his anger with fury, okay, and rebukes with fire, okay.
Vengeance burneth in his heart, man.
Get that scripture, shall I not find faith on earth? Last scripture, shall I not find faith on earth? Yeah, go ahead.
You ask me.
This is the last scripture. No, I'm not. Memory's not like that.
Luke 18?
Good job, brother. Go ahead. Last scripture, closing scripture.
This is Luke 18 and 8. I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on earth?
The Lord's going to come back and deliver his men that have faith. All right? That kept having faith no matter what they went through, even to the very end. With all the hell breaking loose, World War III, the chip being mandatory, all of it, man. Concentration camp. They going to still have faith no matter what we're going through, even in these last seconds, man. Go ahead, Art.
There you are. Okay. Verse 9. Certain which trusted in themselves that they were righteous and despised others.
Read that other one. Shall I not find faith on earth? And that's it. And that's it.
All right, this Luke 18 and 8. I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on earth?
Yeah, that's what's going to deliver us out of here. The Lord willing, this was encouraging, strengthening and building to y'all brothers. We know the times is here, and Yahushua is about to make his return. And giving all glory and honor to Yahweh.
Ba'ashim, Yahushua, Ba'ashim, Rakadash.
Rakatah Yahweh.
Rakatah Yahweh.
Rakatah Yahushua.
Rakatah Yahushua.
Tawadi Yahweh Shah for this truth. And double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Shalom to y'all brothers.
Shalom.